It's Mom. It is Wednesday, December 11th, and it's the start of another Bookmas weekly vlog. So it is almost the middle of Bookmas, which is crazy. And I kind of waited to start this vlog until this evening because Books and Lala did her Buzzword Readathon challenge announcement for 2025, and I haven't watched it yet. What I think I'm going to do is watch it and then come back to you with my thoughts, because she's announcing the Buzzword challenge, but I guess there's also going to be a cover challenge too, which is new, which is super fun. I am currently reading Ghost Eaters on audio. I'm almost halfway through. I'm further than this, so I'm almost halfway through this. I'm not loving it, but I think I probably will finish it. I bumped it up to 2 times speed because it's not that great and I just want to get it over with. I'm also reading The Night She Died, which is the first of Inspector Luke Thanet mysteries. The book is by my chair where I read in the morning, but I found this while I was stranded in Virginia, and I've never seen the first in the series, so I'm super excited. And it's fun to read the first in the series. I always call this a Golden Age mystery, but it's not. It's a cozy mystery from the 1980s. Lots of Dorothy writers, like Dorothy, who's the person who does, the author who does the Mrs. Polifax murders is a Dorothy, so yeah, lots of Dorothys. And then I'm still reading, although I haven't been reading lately, the collected poems of Maya Angelou, and I'm also still reading the, what is that one called? Coney Island of the Mind by Lawrence Ferlinghetti poems as well. But I probably will finish The Night She Died pretty soon. I will probably finish Ghost Eaters pretty soon, and the poetry I can just read whenever. But I thought now would be a good time to look at 2024's Buzzword Challenge and see if there's any that I have not completed, and maybe try to pick some books. I am really in the mood for murder mysteries, and it is today's the last day of the Christie's Missing Readathon, technically, but I always extend it for the whole month, and it's still Cloak and Dagger Christmas to me, so I definitely plan on reading some more mysteries as well. But I'll go watch this year's announcement, and maybe we'll talk about that, but we'll definitely talk about last year's. I watched Books and Lala's video. I'm back, and it was really interesting. I like the idea of not only the regular Buzzword Readathon challenge, but also the covers challenge. So if you are not familiar with Buzzword Readathon, every year Books and Lala picks words. Sometimes they're very specific words that you have to read for that month, for the year, or sometimes they're more broad and general words. So we'll go to that in a second. But this year she's also, well, in 2025, she's also doing a covers challenge. So things like animals on the covers, patterns on the covers. So you can try to match the Buzzword Readathon with the cover readathon, or Buzz cover readathon, or you can do them as separate challenges. I definitely have signed up for both on the Storygraph. What I like to do is I like to just read my books like normal, not really pay attention to the Buzzword Readathon challenge at all year, and then I like to, at the end of the year, see which ones I've already completed and then try to read some books of the prompts that I haven't completed yet, right? But I think for the cover challenge, maybe I'll try to do it every month, which I don't usually do things like in a monthly order like that. I mean, I do participate in the Savage Prompts Readathon or Read Along or Reading Challenge, and I do participate in the TBR Spin. But a lot of times I'm behind in those. This year I'm very, very, very far behind in them. But maybe I'll try to do the cover challenge every month, like in the month that it's set. For the Buzzword Readathon or Reading Challenge, she says you can do them word in the title for January, you can do them all mixed up, you can do them whenever you want, or you can do them like me, where you try to see how many you've done and do it, or you can decide that you're going to read all 12 of these books within these prompts in 1 month, which I also think would be a super fun idea to do. But going back to 2024, here's a reason that I love Goodreads, is because I love the grid of your read books on Goodreads, because I think it makes it so easy to look through your books and see the titles and the covers and remember what you've read and what you haven't read and just jog your memory. Like for this, it's perfect because I can think about if I've read these words, books with these words in the cover, or I can just look at it and see. Let's talk about 2024. January, the prompt was there, so THERE, THEY''ER, THEIR, right? So that one's in quotations. The words in quotations are the words you have to have those exact words, or pretty much very close to those exact words. Then in February, we have one without quotations, which is positive words. So those can be words that you think of as positive: happy, pretty, nice, joyful, blah, blah, blah. Nice, positive words. March are character names. So again, those are any books with character names in them. April is nature words. So again, not a set word. Those could be things like tree or shrub or bunny or any nature words, sky, moon, etc., etc. May is every, so the actual word every. But in this case, even though it's in quotations and it's like the actual word, you could use a word that has every in it. So every day or everyone or everything. So you can get around that a little. And of course you can get around all this a little because these are just for fun and it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're enjoying yourself. June is repeating words. July is measurements. That one's going to be so hard. Although actually I think I read one. We'll go through the books that I've read. August is the word like. You know, it could be lifelike. It could be likeness. It could be likened. September is the senses. So touch, feel, see. I would do eyes, smell, scent, sound, any of those. October is relationships. Mom, son, father, family, etc. Friend. November is only, so the word only. And December is holiday words. So a lot of times when I do this at the end of the year, I have most of the words and I can pretty quickly say like, oh yes, I've read a book. I'm struggling with these a little bit. So this is why it's good to look through my Goodreads, I don't know what you want to call this, list of books, but you can see them, which is great, and kind of come up with some things. So the first one is there. I wish I read Tommy Aron's There, because I don't know if I've read a book with there. Right, so the first one right off the bat, January. I have not read a book with either any of the iterations of there in it. So that one is definitely one we need. February is positive words. I think for February I must have read some positive words. I read The Old Man Who Loves Stories, so loves could definitely be a positive word. I read Sharks in the Time of Saviors. I feel like saviors could be a positive word. Lovers at the Museum. Lovers could be a positive word. The Innocence of Father Brown. Innocence could be a positive word. Beneath the Sugar Sky. Sugar could definitely be a positive word. The Sugared Game, I also read with the word sugar in it. Comfort Me with Apples. Future, Home of the Living God. I think future could be a positive word. So lots of books with positive words in their titles. Character names. I've definitely read quite a few books with character names. Mimi Lee Gets a Clue. The Death of Jane Lawrence. Bitter. World Champion Mets is kind of works for that. Baby Cakes by Amistad Maupin. Technically that's a nickname, but I think it works. Carrie Soto is back. February we have. March we have. April is nature words. I recently read Close to Shore. I think the shore could be a nature word. We the Animals. Animals could be a nature word. Oh, the Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi is another character name. In the House in the Dark of the Woods. Woods is definitely a nature word. Death's a Beach. The Full Moon Cafe. I think full moon could be a nature word. Across the Green Grass Fields. Shell game. Shell is a nature word. Oh, The Wild Iris. That's a perfect one by Louise Gluck. It's a collection of poetry. Okay, so April we have. May is every. Definitely have books with every. Oh, Patricia Wants to Cuddle is another character name. Everyone in this room will someday be dead. Everyone in my family has killed someone. Every heart a doorway. Ooh, hear that wind? June is repeating words. This one's going to be a little trickier. Well, you could do something really easy like the house in the pines. So the. You could do in the house, in the dark, of the woods. You could do the fellowship of the ring. Mouth to mouth is a good one. That one satisfies me a little bit more than just the. You know, I did read They by Kay Dick. That's almost like there. It's close. Lots of thes, but we can count mouth to mouth, so we can say that June is done. Measurement, I just looked over at my red books for this month, and I saw winter counts, and I feel like counts definitely counts for measurement words because you can count measurements. Let's see if there's anything else that might work for that. You could almost count orbital because like an orbit is a unit of measurement. I am going to say winter counts and orbital count. August is like. I find like the quotation words, the words that you have to get exactly right, to be much harder than the nebulous words, obviously. I don't think I've read any book with like in the title. So that's 2. So far we have January and August. Let's move on to September, which are senses. What the did know is knowing a sense. The premonition, I think, definitely counts because premonition, I feel like, is a sense. This one's pretty hard too. I'm definitely considering this one done with the premonition. October is relationships. This one we definitely have no problem. Lovers at the museum is definitely a relationship. Fellowship of the Ring, a fellowship, I think, is a relationship. Significant Others by Amistad Maubin is a relationship. Everyone in my family has killed someone is a relationship. The worst wingman ever, a wingman. You have a relationship with your wingman. The Family Game, Concerning My Daughter, The Color of Water, which the byline of that is a black man's tribute to his white mother. So we have that one. November is Only. Right off the bat, in the beginning of the year, I reread The Only Good Indians. So there's Only. I think some of these were really hard, though. I can imagine it being almost impossible to find some of these. Like, depending on what you read. I think The Only Good Indians is the only book with only in the title that I have, but it counts. And then December is holiday words. I am going to say A Caribbean Mystery could count because that's like going on a holiday. Bloody Summer is like summer holidays, could be. I think that one is like I don't really have any holiday. Like I don't have any words with like Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Easter, Martin Luther King Day. Like I don't have anything with an actual holiday in it. So there. August, which is like, and December, which is holiday words. Those are the ones that I really didn't do. I really haven't done. So let me look on my shelves and see if I can find any books that would fit those 3 prompts. Okay, I looked at my red spreadsheet and I literally have 1 book for each of these prompts. For January, there, I have Out There, Into the Queer New Yonder, which is a collection of YA short stories. I don't necessarily want to read all of this. It's very long. 17 short stories, and they're like 30 pages each, it looks like. So I don't know if I can complete this prompt, and you never know, maybe I will find another book, but this is it as far as I know. For August, for the word like, I only have Your Blues Ain't Like Mine by B.B. Moore Campbell. This is one that I like randomly picked up and it looked interesting. This one I definitely want to read and I'm excited. I don't know when I would have ever gotten to this, so I will definitely try to read that one. And then for holiday words, I mean, you could, like I said, go with like Caribbean, as far as like you're going on a Caribbean holiday or summer holidays, sure. But if I want to do like an actual holiday, and this would be like in the US holidays that I'm used to, I have The Christmas Card Crime and Other Stories. So this is also short stories, but this is definitely short stories that I'm more interested in, and several of these short stories have the word Christmas in them. So these are all, I think, Golden Age mysteries. I don't know if it says when each story was actually published, but a lot of them were published in the Golden Age, and there's 11 stories in this. So again, maybe I won't read every story, but maybe I'll read a few stories in that. And maybe I'll try to read a couple stories in this, and I will definitely try to read Your Blues Ain't Like Mine. So that is the 2024 Buzzword Readathon and where I stand with all of that. Let me know if you're participating in the Buzzword Readathon. Let me know if you fulfilled all the prompts. Let me know how you do it. Do you do it month by month? Do you do it filling them in whenever you can? I'm going to go on my story graph and try to fill some of these in so that I can say that I completed at least some of the prompts, and then we'll see if I finish any more of them. I just got out of the shower. I'm sick. I got a cold. I started getting it 2 nights ago, and yesterday was really bad, and today I'm feeling better, so I wanted to make sure that I got in the shower and like washed the sick off of me. I think that's important, and I changed my pillowcase and everything. I mentioned, I think in my last vlog, that my DNF video was inaccurate because I had already tried While Justice Sleeps on audio, so I am going to DNF this and unhaul it. But I just picked up 3 books recently when we went to the Goodwill, so I now have some books from that DNF video to unhaul for these books that I picked up. So I got Gloria Naylor's Mama Day. This cover looks pretty amazing and intriguing. I don't know what this is about. I still have been picking up all of Gloria Naylor's work. I really love her writing from what I've read, which is very little, but I really enjoy it. You know who I should read more of too? Just thinking about it now. Their Eyes Were Watching God. Who wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God? I should be picking up more of their work if I can find it. Love that book and would love to read more by that author. But so I'll unhaul While Justice Sleeps for Mama Day. I will unhaul Mycroft Holmes for Yellowbird, which is Oil, Murder, and a Woman's Search for Justice in Indian Country by Sierra Crane Murdoch. So this was written by, I think, a white woman, but it follows Yellowbird. She has a first name, but Yellowbird is her last name, as she leaves prison and returns to her reservation. So I've been wanting to read this one. It was on my want to read list, so I'm glad that I got it. I'm not stoked that it's written by a non-native person, but it still is the story of a native person, so I am still super interested in it. So we'll unhaul that for that. And then I also got Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. This is like a new adult book, and it's like 400 pages. It wasn't on my want to read list, but I am interested in Mary H.K. Choi's writing. I've heard good things about it. She always has really beautiful covers, and I saw that I could get this on audio, so that it might go really quick. And I will unhaul The Street by Anne Petrie for this one. So quite a few books in, but quite a few books off. My TBR is still less because I found some other books that I can unhaul. If you have not watched that DNF video, go watch that DNF video. I will leave it listed down below. Let me know if you've brought any books in recently. Like I said, I'm not feeling good. I started getting sick Wednesday night. So I don't know how much more talking there will be, but hopefully there will be more footage. We're planning on going to some little free libraries today or tomorrow and unhauling books. We did go on our little book unhaul walk and we were able to get rid of some books. I am feeling much better. I was really not feeling good for 2 days, and then I got super nervous yesterday because I thought I lost my sense of smell and taste, but it was just that I had a super stuffy nose. We're all good. It's okay. But I am going to go ahead and end this week here. It is Saturday, almost halfway through the month. Next week we have a lot to do because I have quite a bit of work to do. I have Christmas parties to go to. Hopefully I am going to see a couple of people. That would be really nice. And then it's just the last week before Christmas, but definitely these Bookmas vlogs might bleed into January a little. I'm getting very excited for January end of the year content. I've been working on my end of the year content that I put out in December. So my DNF video, my books that made me cry video, and other things like that. But I'm super excited to do best books of the year. I'm super excited to do my favorite and least favorite covers. I'm excited to work on my goals. Let me know what you're excited for in the end of December or the beginning of January. And thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.